And like I ended last Sunday, I told you that God has not made anybody. They will tell you that all fingers are not equal in your hand.
In your hand.
Not by under the grace of God. The grace of God is the same. The same grace you have is the same grace. That's why Paul will say that we do not know any man after the flesh. Later he will say there is no male, nor female, Greek or Jew, bond or free, because everyone has the same grace. What does that mean? In other words, God does not want some people to be rich, some people to be poor. That's not God's idea.
No, sir.
If they gave that to you, quickly throw it out.
Yes, sir.
Because if you remain there, that will not bless you. Now, to go further today, I want you to understand that God does not want you to become a billionaire. That's not God's agenda. God's agenda is for you to be able to, number one, be able to support His will, His purpose in your life, and His purpose regarding everything that God has put under your care. One. Number two, every time you hear about something being done, you are able to support or contribute your support. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you this morning? Praise the Lord. Now, prosperity from God's standpoint doesn't mean you should have billions in the account. That's not God's idea. It means you'll be able to cater for whatsoever you need to do part time.
Yes, sir.
And I use myself as an example last week. I don't need an helicopter, neither do I need a plane. My journeys have not gotten to where I need to be traveling, with private plane. But if it gets to that place, then the need that is there will also activate the supply for the need that I have, which is a private plane.
Yes, sir.
But if I have a private plane now, that will be burdensome on me, because even to pay for parking alone, that will be trouble. Are you getting what I'm saying to you? Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Now, so I don't need a private jet plane. So if somebody should give it to me, I just know it's not the time. I won't receive it and either pass it on, if God should say I should sow it, or I'll sell it. I'll tell the person, thank you for giving it to me, but I'm going to sell it. Hallelujah. People have given us things that we have sold, not because those things are not good. No, we don't need them at that time. Are you getting what I'm saying to you? Praise the Lord. Which means part-time prosperity. God, biblical prosperity is that part-time when you need to do something. For example, if we should say, okay, for example, we want to evangelize Ikate, and we need maybe, for example, 10 million. You should be able to say, Pastor, thank you. I don't have all the 10 million, but I have my own support. You should not always come to your mind and say, this one is too much for us. No. Then when it comes to your life, there are things you can't do. There are certain places you can't go. If somebody should give you money now, do you understand what I'm saying? There are certain places you can't go. You want to go there, but you can't go there. When you see people eat good food, you like it. But what you have, are you getting what I'm saying to you? Now, let me ask you a question. Does money make you more spiritual or less spiritual?
No.
Not necessarily. Money is neither good nor bad. It's in the hand of the person that handles it. If a wicked man handles money, money becomes wicked, because it's a means by which his wickedness can be expressed.
Yes, sir.
If a good man handles money, you can be sure that good things will happen. He will change the lives of people. So which one do you want to belong to? And that's why we're talking about these things. Praise the Lord. All right, let's come to scripture and go to check some things today. Let's go back to our scripture. We began our foundation scripture, 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 8. And God, 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 8. And God is able. I like the word God is, not God was, not God will be. But God is. Every time you meet him, he is. He said to Moses asked God, God, what do I say? How do I introduce you? He said, I am sent you. You say, what does that mean? It simply means I am every time. I am consistently constant. I am the same. I am not changing. Now, if it is so, how come some of us don't think that some of us think God has changed? He has changed his love, he has changed his goodness, he has changed his kindness, whatsoever you want to call it. Now, it says, and God is able to make how many things? All. I like the word all. I like this scripture. In my scripture, I just underline every word. And God is able, underline, to make how many grace? All. How many grace? All. So which means there's a place you can access in God where you have all grace. You can access some dimension where you have limited grace, some grace. But there's a place where you can access how many grace? All grace abound toward how many of you? You, that ye always, this is it, that when you have that level, when you access that level, that you always having all sufficiency, which means you are self-sufficient. If self-sufficient, which means I am not looking for anything. Anything I need to do part-time, I get it. If I'm living in a 2-bedroom flat, I am not bothered. Listen to me. I am able to pay for my rent. If I graduate to 5-bedroom flat, I'm able to pay my rent. And like I said last Sunday, without looking for help from anybody. That is where you can get to. Now, I may not be living in my own house because I am not there. We grow part-time, yes, part-time. You need to understand what I'm teaching.
Yes, sir.
But everything I need to do, if I have a motorbike, I'm able to take care of that motorbike. If I have a car, I'm able to fix my car. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I have whatsoever it is, my children in school, I'm able to pay for it. Now, if you are not able to, and you have children in school, and they are chasing them out of school because they can't pay school fees, that is what we are talking about. You are in a financial place of limitation. So you need to break out of there. Praise the Lord. Now I want you to see something here, and then I'll come back to it. That this is the picture that God has about every one of us. But you know what? If you don't hold this picture, you will never amount to it. The picture of what you hold consistently is what you become. It could be failure, it could be success, it could be good, it could be bad. It is the pictures that you hold consistently. You know what the scripture is all about? The scripture paints the pictures that God has about you every time you read it. Yes. That's why God says in Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, I know. Who knows? I know the thoughts. What are thoughts? Thoughts are words unspoken. They can also be pictures. For example, sitting down here, as I'm talking, there are pictures you have in your mind.
Yes.
Some of you, before you came, some of you still carry that picture. Some of you see a day that is coming. Are you getting what I'm saying to you? Now, these are wonderful pictures that you should have. Everybody should have beautiful pictures. In fact, I will say to you that one way to break out of your prison is to have a better future outside that prison. If you don't have a picture of a better place, you will remain there.